everyone. Today is the next part of inequalities. So when you will be solving inequalities, you will be asked to show your answer on the number line, okay? And I show you today how to graph inequality on the number line. So you must understand the three different types of numbers we might meet solving inequalities. And you might see x as a natural number, and that means x is an element of a natural number set. X is an element of integers, or X is an element of real numbers, okay? And I'll show you today how to show them on the number line, okay? So let's start with the first one. So we have X is an element of natural numbers. And do you remember what is natural number? So as you should know, natural number is any positive whole number greater than 0. Okay, and how to mark them on the number line. So first of all, we need to draw a number line. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Make sure you have the same distance between the numbers, okay? Make sure you use pencil and a ruler, and your graphs are nice and neat. And as we know, a natural number is just a whole positive number greater than 0. So we need to mark 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just dots on the number line. The next one is integers, okay? So the second one, X is an element of integers, okay? Z for integers. And what is an integer, okay? So as we should remember that integer is any whole number, okay? So it might be positive or it might be negative number, or 0 as well. So let's write down a number line. Okay, and then we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. And we just need to mark dots as well. So we have 0, this is a whole number, this is a whole positive, okay, and then negative as well. And we use the arrows at the end because it goes on and on and on, okay? And the last question, X is an element of real number set. And it's really, really important because most of the time you will see this symbol, okay? And you will need to use real numbers. So what is a real number? And the real number is any number you've met so far, okay? So it might be decimal, it might be whole number, it might be fraction, it might be negative whole number or a negative fraction. It might be also a rational number, what is, let's say, square root of 2, okay? Or square root of 3, and so on, okay? So how to mark it on the number line, okay? It's really easy to mark the whole number, but how to mark the real number? So let's start with a number line and mark 0 and mark our whole numbers. And as you know, real number might be minus 1, or real number might be minus 1.5, or real number might be square root of 2. Or real number might be 0, or it might be 0.999999, so nearly 1. So how to do it? It's simply we need to just draw a line on the number line, okay? So these are all the real numbers, okay? And we draw arrows to show they go on and on each side, okay? So you need to make sure that you understand it and you know what's the difference between marking natural numbers, integers, and real numbers. Okay, so you need to carefully take it down into your copies, please. Use pencil, ruler, you can use colors as I did. Okay, so we have first question in here, and we know that we need to draw a number line to show the following inequality. Okay, inequalities. So first of all, we need to draw a number line, and we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. As we can notice, x is a natural number. Okay, so you need to always look at it, okay, and check. So and here we know that x is a natural number, so we don't even need to mark negatives on the number line. And we know that x is less than 3. So it's not equal 3, it's less than 3. So what is a natural number less than 3? So first of all, you need to know what is a natural number. So that's any positive, of course, whole number greater than 0. So we can mark it in here. So 1 and 2, and that's it. Okay, any whole positive number less than 3 and greater than 0. Okay, and the next one is x is greater or equal -4, and x is an integer. Okay, so let's just draw a number line first, and we can mark 0, 1, 2, 3, and then we have -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay, and then what is an integer? An integer is a whole number. It might be positive, negative, or 0. Okay, so we know that x is greater or equal -4. So we need to mark -4 because it's actually equal as well. And then greater. Greater means we're going this way, okay? And we need to put dots on these numbers, and then to show that it goes and goes and goes on, so we need to just draw the arrow. Okay, now we have example number 2, so we need to show the answer on the number line, and as we can see, x is a real number, so we will be drawing solid lines on the number line. Okay, not just marking dots. Okay, so let's start with number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, and then -1, -2, and -3. Okay, now let's look on our inequality. So x is greater or equal -3, and -3 is here. So first of all, we need to ask yours, does it go this way or does it go this way? Okay, so we have greater or equal. So greater means we will go this way. So all these numbers, okay, are greater than -3. And we need to mark it on the number line, as we said before. X is a real number, so it might be -2.5, it might be -1.5. So all these numbers are greater than -3. So we need to draw a solid line showing that all these numbers are greater than -3. The arrow, because they go and go, they go and go and go, and then it's also equal -3, and that means we need to mark -3. So we need to put a dot, okay, a full circle on -3, because that's equal -3 as well. Okay, so it's really important to remember, okay, when we are using full circles or empty circles, and I show you when to use empty circles now. So the next inequality is x less than 3, and also x is a real number. So number line 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2. That's enough. Now we have minus 3 in here, and then does it go this way or does it go this way? Okay, so we need to find all the numbers less than 3. So all the numbers less than 3 go in here. So again, solid line, these are all the numbers less than 3. Okay, the arrow, and then this inequality doesn't reach the 3, okay? X is not equal to 3, it's less than 3, but it might be a number which is very, very close to the 3, okay? So how can we mark it? And the answer is empty circle. Okay, so that's the difference. We use empty circles to mark when it's just greater than or less than. Okay, because it might be a number really, really close to 3. Let's say 2.999999999. It's not 3, but it's very, very close to 3, okay? So we need to get rid of 3. And then, if that is equal also, we use full circles, okay? We need to color it in, we need to put a dot in here to mark that x is equal to minus 3 or whichever number it is, okay? So these two circles are very, very important. The full circle when you have equal, and empty circle when we don't have equal sign in here, okay? And here we have another question for graphing. So I've made number line for you. I've marked the numbers, and you need to write down the inequality, okay? So first of all, we have a number line 3, 4 is marked, we have the arrow as well, and we know that x is a natural number, okay? So I've marked numbers greater than 3, okay? And equals 3 as well, or we can say greater than 2. So we can actually write down x is greater than 2, or we can also say x is greater or equal 3, and both are correct. The next one, x is an integer, and I've marked numbers 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, and the arrow, so that means it goes on. So we can write down that I've marked all the numbers less than 2, or less and equal than 1. Okay, so less or equal than 1, or x less than 2. And the last one, x is a real number, and as you can see, I've marked all the numbers less than minus 1, okay? And I've used empty circle. That means we cannot use equal sign at all, okay? So less than 1. X is less than minus 1, sorry. Minus 1, okay? All the numbers less than minus 1, okay? So make sure you have all these questions into your copies. Okay, so summarizing our video today, first of all, you need to know how to mark natural numbers, integers, and real numbers on the number line. And remember that natural number is a positive whole number, integer and whole number. So if you need to mark them on the number line, you are using dots, okay? When you have real number, it might be any decimal, whole number, fraction, negative, irrational number. So you are using solid line, okay? And then the arrow. Depends which way does it go. And when you mark inequality on the number line, and if that's real number, these are the symbols, okay? So if you have greater than, you are using empty circle. If that's greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, you are using full circle, okay? So make sure you know all the symbols and you know how to mark them on the number line as well. And this is just a quick learning check. So for homework, try to do this three examples, okay? So you have first one, x is less or equal to 5 and x is a natural number, okay? The second one, x is integer, and the last one is x is a real number, okay? So make sure you are using dozen here and you are using a line to mark it on the number line, okay? So see you tomorrow.